The story of St. Juan Diego and Our Lady of Guadalupe. We are gathering together to say the Rosary at the Church of St. Joseph in Mendham, New Jersey, on Wednesday, December 9th, 2020, the feast day of St. Juan Diego. On this day, in 1531, he heard celestial music, and then Mary appeared to him and sent him on a mission to instruct the Bishop of Mexico City to build a chapel at the foot of Tepeyac Hill. Bishop Zumárraga told him to come back the next day, and then he told Juan Diego that he wanted a sign. This story really begins with St. Luke of Antioch, Syria, which was part of the Greek Empire at the time. St. Luke was a physician and apostle with St. Paul. He lived in Greece, including the ancient city of Troy, for a time, writing the Gospel of Luke and the Acts of the Apostles. St. Luke was the first icon painter, intending to spread the faith visually as well as through the written word. Legend has it that the Black Madonna of Czestochowa, as well as the Virgin of Guadalupe, were both created by St. Luke. The Virgin of Guadalupe is 2 feet in height, polychrome cedar sculpture. Pope Gregory I gave it to the Archbishop of Seville when Seville was invaded by the Moors in 712. A group of priests buried the statue in the hills near the Guadalupe River in Extremadura, Spain. At the beginning of the 14th century, Mary appeared to Gil Cordero, who was searching for a missing animal there. She ordered him to ask priests to dig at the place she appeared. The priests found the statue and built a small shrine around it. This became the Great Guadalupe Monastery, the most important Marian shrine in the medieval kingdom of Castile, Spain. So famous that Christopher Columbus named a group of islands he discovered in the Caribbean Santa Maria Galupe. Fun fact. Now back to Juan Diego. 3 days after the first vision, Juan is on his way to take care of his uncle, Juan Bernardino, who is dying. Mary appears to Juan and tells him that she has already healed his uncle and to climb the hill and pick some flowers. Juan does as instructed. Mary arranges them in his tilma and sends him off to Bishop Zumárraga. When Juan Diego is finally able to see the bishop, he releases the bundled tilma, which reveals the image of Mary as the Castilian roses tumble to the floor. His uncle, Juan Bernardino, will report that the woman who healed him introduced herself as Perfect Virgin, Our Lady of Guadalupe. Originally from Spain, Bishop Zumárraga would have been very familiar with the Virgin of Guadalupe in Extremadura, Spain, and he would have known that these local Indian men would have not ever heard of it. On February 11th, 1531, Henry VIII became the head of the Anglican Church of England, officially separating from the Roman Catholic Church. The Reformation made 5 million Catholics become Protestant in a short amount of time. After the appearance of Our Lady of Guadalupe, 9 million Indians in the New World converted to Catholicism in 7 years. The scenes of mass conversions made the priests think of the accounts in the Acts of the Apostles. What was it about the image that made people convert en masse? The image of Mary on the tilma looked like them. She had a darker complexion. The embroidery on her dress spoke to them through the Aztec imagery on it, including the map of volcanoes and local flowers. Scientists have studied the tilma and determined that the pigment is not identifiable and floats on top of the 489-year-old material, which should have disintegrated centuries ago. The stars on the tilma are aligned exactly as the constellations would have looked at 6:45 a.m. Mexican time on December 12, 1531. I think of Mary giving us a self-portrait as a gift to all her children throughout the world, as an invitation to give our cares and concerns to her through prayer, and she will intercede for us. I love the way she references the sculpture of her made by St. Luke and appeared in the hills so that it might be found again. Thank you all for listening, and remember to prepare your intentions to offer them up at 7:45 a.m. on Saturday, December 12th, the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. God bless you all, and wishing you a wonderful Christmas.